Hey friends, welcome back to my page, y'all. How are you doing? Guess what? We're going to make some patriotic frames tonight. We're bringing back that red, white, and blue. I'm going to give y'all a different look and feel for these projects that I'm going to do. I'm going to do 2 frames tonight. I think you're going to like them. So when you hop on, say hey, hit the heart button, y'all. Helps me out a ton. If you do not see a red box right there, that just means you're catching me on the replay. No big deal. Just comment hashtag replay. My name's Amy from A to Z Designs. We are so glad that you're here. All right, let's go find our friends and let's start. So this is 9 by 12. We are also going to use a 9 by 9. Okay, so let me scoot this back. We're going backwards. Going back to Cali. These are double-sided, y'all. I've used these before. These are in the chalk shop. So make sure that you comment the word. Let me see if it's on frame. Frame is the key word. Please comment that word. It is going to take you to a luxurious place. And why I say luxurious, you're going to get a message from us. And in that message is going to be like a bunch of things. Like buttons that you're going to click, and then that button's going to bring up a whole bunch of more information. It's pretty awesome. It just kind of flows based on what information that you want, okay? And if you want to get notified when we're live, there's a pinned comment down below in the very last link there. You can sign up for our notifications. And it's not just live. It's other things that we have to offer. We send out messages. We send out emails. We send out all the things. Okay, so check it out. It's free, y'all. It's not going to break your bank to sign up for free notifications. All right, so I'm getting all the transfers out and open that we're going to use tonight. I kind of had a last-minute switcheroo, y'all. So we're going to use 4 farmhouse patterns. We're going to use the woven stripe pattern. We're going to use our Land of the Free transfer that I have just, beaten to death. Yeah, it's in the transfer sale, y'all, is in the VIP group. It is there. It is there. People are commenting. All right, so on this one, okay, we are going to use the white side. It does have like a wood, what is this word? Whitewash look, but I want to make it, excuse me, a little bit more on the shiplap look side. So I've got this piece to our 18 by 18 4 farmhouse patterns transfer. Hi, Brenda Perry. And we're going to put this on here. Now, I'm only going to need to use this twice. Okay, so what's really cool, y'all, about a lot of our transfers and our surfaces is that they coordinate so well. So think about this. This is a 9 by 12 box frame. This transfer is 18 by 18, which means each one of these pieces, patterns, is 9 by 9. Well, 9 by 12. So it's going to fit perfectly going one way. And then when we finish this side, we're going to have to clean it and just move it over here to this empty spot. Okay, now I've used this like holy moly so many times. I didn't even fuzz it. If this was brand new, all you're going to need to do is get you a fuzzing cloth from my shop, and you're going to just apply lint to the back. Okay, and we're going to use Storm. I have no squeegees out. Holy moly. Hi, Barbara Ross. How are you, girl? How are you doing? Hello, Kevin. So if you're struggling finding the post in the VIP group, I mean, it's like at the top. Okay, it's the transfer sale. All right, so I'm going to use Storm. Okay, and we're going to just take our small squeegee. This is considered small. And I'm just going to drag the paste over the silk screen. Okay, the silk screen is what's going to make the shiplap look and feel. Not feel. Like look, for real, the look. Because it is a silk screen and I am pushing all of this glob, because I have way too much, of paste along that screen, okay? So let me just get rid of some of this glob, because holy moly, that is a lot. And we're going to take it all the way to the very edge where the transfer design, where the silk screen design ends. Like so. Okay. All right, then I'm going to just take this and slide it off into the jar, okay? You can reuse your paste. Then we're going to lift it up. Okay, so this is what we have. Side one, okay? So it's got that shiplap look, all right? So then we're going to use this again, but before we do that, we are going to make a mess. And we need to clean this because I'm not going to use this again on my board until it's clean, okay? So I'm going to spray it really well with water. Okay, because there's a lot of paste on here. I tried to get up as much as possible. Oh no, we have a tragedy, y'all. I am almost out of wipes. And we are going to wipe off majority of this paste. Just like so. Okay, now I'm going to do it again. Just because I can. And hope and pray that I don't run out of wipes. Hi, friends. How are y'all? I'm great. I am so good, Barbara. Thanks for asking. I hope you are too. Michelle, don't worry about it. I got it. So I had to move the images in the VIP group to a different place. But before I did that, I made sure I went through and got everybody's that had already commented, and I reduced the quantity of the transfers in the photo. See, y'all? Big brains. I got you. Deb Lee reached out to me too. Y'all are like on it. You're like, lady. I commented on that. I got you. 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 Thanks, Judy. We sell this shirt on our website. Yay. Hi, Cindy. Hello. He did, Kevin. He always does. I try to be one smart cookie. I try to think ahead of the game here. I'm not going to, like, let y'all lose out on stuff like that. All right, so we got it all off the non-sticky side. Now we're going to go on the back, and we're going to do the same thing. Because, hi, Renee. Happy Friday Eve. Hi, Missy. The paste goes through the screen. Even though some of these, like, little lines of screen are so small, it happens, friends. It happens. Okay, so we need to make sure that that is dry. And we need to make sure that this is dry. Now, anytime that you clean these, y'all, you are removing any lint that you added to it when you fuzzed. I didn't fuzz or apply lint to the back of this because it is on the verge of losing the stickiness. Okay, now I have some Storm paste right here. I don't know if y'all can see. Uh-oh, we have one wipe left. Hi, Linda. Hi, Francis and Jeanette. Kim. Watch is on. Yes. Designers technically cannot, Jess. Yay. All right. So let me clean off this border here, this edge. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that this is dry. I think y'all are going to like this. And then we're going to do something really quick and easy on this other frame. But I think it's going to, just hang on. It's going to be cute. We got to add some more red, white, and blue back here. Because our flamingo is standing out. Did y'all see the post from today? So my nieces came over to help Zach ship. And y'all, they like blew it out of the water. They knocked out like 100 orders today. Can I help? You did help. Jackson did help. Jackson helped sort all the paste packets. That was Jackson. Like, boom. Stuff y'all ordered yesterday is on its way tomorrow. So, It's like moving and a shaking up in here, guys. All right, so let's take this, and here's what we need to do. So I have a tip for you. Whenever I laid this down, I looked at it, even though it's, whoa, and I saw anytime you have a transfer, I'm not sure if you know this, and this one's going to be hard to see, but right down here is going to be the name of the transfer. It's called the slug line. So when I laid this down originally, I made sure that it wasn't upside down. Okay, so I can read that. It's right side up. So I'm going to make sure that when I put this transfer down, it's right side up. Therefore, I should be able to just kind of really line this up where I left off, because it's going to touch the bottom and it's going to touch the top. Okay? So there is a tip for you, my friends. There and there and there. And now, I realize there is a border around that transfer. Well, because I'm not going, let me show you. If I was to take and push that down, I'd be going all the way to the edge. So I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to take some, let's see, transfer tape, and I'm going to lay that basically the same width border over here on this side of the frame, so that I don't end up pasting it, okay? Because now the tape is covering it. So we should be good to go. All right, there's that. All right, ready? And away we go. So I'm gonna flip it this way, and we're just going to start dragging the paste. And I'm kind of going away from the tape edge, even though the tape is basically hidden underneath the transfer. I always try to teach you guys to like work away from the edge of the tape so that it doesn't peel up. It's not going to peel up in this case, but I think it's a habit now because I tape stuff off quite a bit. All right, so this is almost done. Let me just get this little corner. And then I think we should be good. And now we'll have completed our shiplap look. Okay? So I ended up pasting over the tape, but I still have my border on each side. Do you guys see that? Big brains. Big brains, that's what we say in this house when somebody does something we think is smart. Hi, Vicki, how are you? Carrie, it's there in the group. You just have to look for it. It's there. If you go to media and album, it's there. I will go live in there as soon as I'm done to kind of show you guys. But it is there. All right, let's spray this again. And I'm going to flip this around just because there's more paste on the right side. Don't ask me why, but why I needed to flip it around is just more comfortable. Keyword is frame. All right, and that loud noise is terrible. Yay! Oh no, you got your happy mail on a not so good day. Well, I hope it brightened your day. I hope it did. Okay, so that is done. Our shiplap background pattern is done. Now we're going to go in with another transfer. But I'm going to darken up a color. I'm going to darken up the red just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take, we don't need much, but I'm going to take red and I'm going to take bark and I'm going to darken up the red. Just a tad. Because I don't want this much of the red. So I've never done the bark mixing. Sure can't put that in there because then we'd have, holy cow. Okay, Cindy, I will check. All right, I don't want that much. Probably want this much. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of bark. May need to add some more, but this is going to darken up the red so that it's not as candy apple. And you can add more of it if you need to. Now, I will tell you right now, I always say this. If you're going to mix colors, make sure you make enough. Now, I know sometimes it's hard to judge that, but just make sure that you make enough because chances of you getting it exactly the same color if you had to make more for the same frame or pattern that you're going to put down are slim. So, but try not to make like over the amount you need because either one, you waste it, or two, maybe you don't waste it and you have a little container to put it in. Because you certainly don't want to take a mixed color and put it back into the jar. Because why? Well, it's mixed. Oh, just like I did. I just added my red stir stick after I wiped off the other one. You're so smart, Annie. Now, that was not big brain. Okay, so I've kind of darkened this a little bit. I think I want to darken it a little bit more. But not that much. Maybe that much. Okay. Hi, Margaret. So, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. And then I'll show you what we're going to do. So, let me show you. Red that Amy made, candy apple. You see the difference? It's a little dark. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it is a little bit darker. Looks like ketchup. Yes, Michelle, bark is the least used. Yes, least used color, but you can use it to mix 100%. Amen, sister. All right, y'all ready? So let me make sure that this is dry and that my hands are free of paste because we have a big transfer to grab. So, you know, I love my stripes, right? Well, friends, we're only going to use one, well, we're going to use two small stripes and one big stripe. Straight down the middle of this. And so I've got to get it centered. Okay. So I'm going to use my stripes to do that. So I've got stripe here. Anywhere that you see the green, the paste is not going to go through. All right, so y'all hit the heart button for me. Type in the word frame. All right, I think this is good. So I'm just going to kind of take my finger and kind of set it off. I think we're good. So now what I'm going to do is press right here in the center because this is where I'm going to focus. Okay, right here. That is it. Okay, I'm only going to do this, this, and this in the color that we made. That is it. And praise the Lord that it works. Please. All right, so I'm going to turn it on its side. Okay, and I'm going to be real careful when I hit those edges. Right here. So I'm going to take it all the way over. And then we're just going to go up. Well, I say up. We're just going to go to the right. I'm saying up as I'm thinking this is the top of the frame, which it doesn't really matter. Okay, so just, if you have excess paste on your squeegee, just grab it and move it to another spot where you want the same color. And I have a huge air bubble. I see it, I feel it. It is calling my name. But guess what? This is gonna be distressed when we're done. So it doesn't matter. All right, let's take this all the way over here to this side and take our stripe over here. All right, I think I got all the places that I wanted to. Yeah, lots of air bubbles, y'all. Okay, we may use this again. Let's see what the air bubbles cause today. A little bit. All right, so we've got that, okay? We just have one stripe and a place that doesn't belong, right? So this little guy wanted to show its face today. No big deal. All right, so these are big, right? If we were using this entire thing, I would definitely take this to the sink to clean it. But guess what, y'all? It's fine. We didn't use the whole thing. So I'm just going to quickly do it here. I do like to clean as I go. I would highly recommend that you get the paste out of these screens as quickly as possible. It's going to be a lot easier, I think, to clean them versus letting the paste dry inside. Okay, so we've done the white method. Now we're doing the, what do we call these? Board erasers. You do you. That's right, Kevin. I didn't wax, Missy. You're absolutely right. Man, y'all caught me. I didn't wax. You're right. Didn't wax. The wax is not in my sight. Therefore, it just, whoop. Yes. Thanks, Deb. Yes, I'll be working on the invoices after the live. Hi, y'all, look at me. You're catching me. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie got her butterflies today from the live sale, finished pieces. Everyone's starting to get their stuff. Michelle Pryor, did you get yours? All right, so that is clean. All right, so I'm going to set this over here. And then we're going to pull this out, which is Land of the Free. Okay, now we're going to dry this because I want to kind of sand this down a little bit. Kind of roughen it up. Okay, so that's what we have so far. We're doing some basic frames. Like, I just picture this on my mantle. Okay. Awesome, Sue. How are you, Sue? How are you? So no, y'all, I did not wax. And I always tell you to wax if you're going to cover up a painted, chalked surface. And I didn't. So shame on me. That was not a big brain thought moment. Okay. All right, so let me get a sander out. What sander? I guess we'll use this one. It already has red on it. Why not? Let's just add some more. And then we're going to use the new color of the month, Midnight. Okay, it's a darker blue. It looks darker when it dries, but you can purchase this. We still have stock on it. If you purchase $75 in your cart before tax and shipping, you can unlock this to purchase it. You'll add it, okay? And then when you do the $75, you get our tote, our free transfer, and 2 ink singles. So a lot of goodies with the $75 number. Okay. All right, I think we're good. I've got some chunky paste right here. Little heavy-handed tonight. But honestly, y'all, I'm kind of like popping those bubbles. And it's adding distress to it. because we're going to take some stuff off of this. See? Holy moly. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Wanda Boyd. All right, ready? Okay. So I'm going to I just kind of want to, should I do that? See, what I'm afraid of is that it's going to leave some red marks. All over this. Actually, it's not. It just needs to be wiped off. Hi. Hi, Darcy. Karen and Lisa. How are y'all? Okay. I'm really trying to rough it up in certain areas, and some of you may think, like, don't do that. It looks good the way it is. Just what I want to do. Okay? Okay, so now that that is taken off, I need to just take a little bit of paper towel and just get some of that excess dust. I need to get some can air. You know what? We used to have a bunch of it here in the house. And we just used it over time. All right, so now I have a wipe, and I'm just being very careful with how I do this so that I don't wipe off like the chalk paste. Okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is wax. We have to wax, 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 wax. And I think I'm going to do it right here, all over this red part and along the sides. But not all the way to the edge. I don't need that. Okay. Hi. All right, let me see here. We're going to take America, and we're going to fuzz this right here because this one I haven't used as much. I mean, I've used it some, but this is sticky, y'all. So you need to apply lint to the back before you lay it down. Okay.
This needs to be charged, so that's why I bought the big one. It needs to be charged.
Oh, it only goes like, woo.
Yeah, but this one works.
Zach's in the house. Oh my gosh. He's got gifts to bring.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
So we're going to put America right over this, along with, it's going to go down there. Okay, so we're going to use Midnight. I know, Betty. I mean, some days I just, you know, he just, yeah. Big brains. He's got big brains. Let's just say that. All right, here we go. America with Midnight. And hopefully it will show up over our red stripe that we darkened with our bark. So we took our candy apple and darkened it with bark and mixed. So now I'm going to go back over it, pick up all of that excess and slide it back into the jar. And now we're going to lift it off and we're going to see what it looks like. And before I lift it completely off, I'm going to make sure so I don't detach it, because if I miss a spot, before I detach it, I can easily lay it back down and it'll be good. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Wow! Isn't that cute? All right, what am I doing with this? I have to get the blue off of this. Otherwise, it is going to be there forever and always. So important. Yes, this time I did wax. This time I waxed. I did, y'all. I waxed. All right, spray it. Let's wipe it down with our board eraser. And then we'll flip it over and clean the back. And then I have something else I want to put on the bottom. Oh my gosh, that sound. It's terrible. I don't know, Wanda. I couldn't without him. That's the answer. I could not function without him. Not a possibility. All right, so we have America going back on the transfer. All right, and then we're going to use, I think, Land of the Free that I have not used. So I'm going to take my transfer trimmers. These are in the supply list. I can cut straight. Yeah, Land of the Free. Let's do that one. And this one we're going to fuzz because I've never used it. And we're going to put it in, I think, black. He does make me smile. He's so excited right now because, I mean, I kid you not, y'all. We busted through 100 orders today. Got him out. Like, we knew we were going to have a busy weekend. He did, like, amazing cutting this week. So we're, like, doing the happy dance. And hopefully our mail guy will be doing the happy dance, too. So that's funny because our postal guy, like I always request a pickup, and he has to come by and look to see how much we have to determine if it's going to fit in his car or his van or whatever he drives. And if it's not, he has to go back to the post office and get like the big bus. So, it's pretty funny. All right, so we've got America. Just drying it. I think we're going to go in with black paste for this. Thanks, Kay. Black paste for this. This is still really sticky. Land of the Free. Land of the... And go in with our mini squeegee. And this one will be done. The next one won't take a whole lot of time, but I want to do it because I want to show you guys how to use this transfer yet again. Take all your excess off, slide it into your jar, lift. Okay. Boom, shakalaka. Land of the Free. Okay, now, I realize there is a lot of red up here. It's fine. Like, I think I sanded the board too much. Oh, good, Wanda. You're going to love it. Yes. Yes. Can I go to the Flamingo Kit tonight? Yep, it's there. All right, so let's try this. I am going to go in, take the, okay, so we've got our other box frame really quick that we're going to use. We're going to use, let me think about this. Maybe. We may do that. We may not. I gotta think this through. Because originally what I thought, and now I look right now, I'm like, what was I thinking? So. Alright. Take all this off. I know the cleaning part, y'all, it seems like it takes a long time, like it's over and over. But it's so important and what makes your transfers last, for real. Like, just do it. Don't do any shortcuts. You will not, like, that's not a big brain moment to take a shortcut. Okay? Now, on the frame is the word. I think I'm just going to do it. I really want to do this. I have been wanting to do this. Y'all just go grab some popcorn because we're about to get crazy up in here. And I'm going to jump on here and do another project real quick. But I wanted to use the white side. Well, guess what's on the white side? Bunnies. And these frames are double-sided. So I think I know you'll get good use out of them. But I'm about to paint this. And I want to paint it white. So this right here is going to help protect the frame part around the board. And basically all I'm doing is just like lining it up against the back board of this so that it does not, like, I don't make a mess, basically. Okay, there's that. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. But I want to put these two frames together on my mantle. Okay, so I'm going to go in with some chalk paste real quick. And I'm going to spray this. I'm going to spray this first. And then grab a paintbrush. And we're going to quickly paint this. And then I'm going to show you an easy way to do like a pattern with stars. Okay. So now that I have the tape there, y'all, I can just go to town and be as messy of a painter, as fast as a painter as I absolutely want to. Because I don't have to worry about being careful and painting the outside frame. Isn't that awesome? Like right now I'm having the time of my life being like a crazy crafter painting. Because I can. See that? See that? Now, the more water you spray down, the lighter or the more, what is the word? The chances you are of having to add a second coat. Hopefully that made sense. It's like if you spray a ton of water on here and you go to paint, your paste may be way too watered down to not have like a good full coverage on your background. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, do this. Get a stripe there. Doesn't have to be perfect. You do you. Now I'm just gonna kind of blend in that other line. Boom. I'm not going to do a second coat. If it's funny looking, it's funny looking. Because I'm funny looking. Okay, yes. Oh, I'm better now? Good. Something was wrong. All right, dry. Hurry. Yeehaw! I'm excited to show you this. So this is paste that I use to paint with. Shouldn't take long to dry. I grabbed some colors for y'all. I put them in the supply list. I think we're going to use Midnight, which, remember, you have to do a purchase of $75. I think we're going to do Ocean Mist. If I can get this to work, I think we're going to use that red. And I think we're going to use maybe Dune on the white. Haven't done Dune on white yet. We'll see. Hi, Peggy. I know, we need to break out the leaf blower and that'll like dry it in 0.5 seconds. Thanks, Bonnie. I do, yes. Thank you. I have my wax. Y'all are on it tonight. All right, go, go, go. Go, go, go. I'm excited about this one, I think, the most. All right, ready? Let's start taking our tape off. Leave this going. Making sure it's dry. See, right there is a big old blob of paste. So, what is new, y'all? What is new? Globs of paint and me go really well today. So what I'll do is paint that, and then we're going to start working with the transfer over here. Okay, but first, Bonnie said to wax. Let's wax. All right, wax it up over here. Try not to get that wet spot. And then we're going to, good grief, get that out of our way. Might need it in a minute. Okay, so this transfer is the stars, okay? We've used this a lot of times, and it needs to be fuzzed. And this one should fit, I'm thinking, whoops, right inside. Yes, yes. Okay, so just like so. And then what we're going to do, so then I should be able to do it maybe just one more time. I think that'll work. All right, ready? I'm going to grab multi-tool and we're going to do a pattern of, okay, if we have 4 colors, help me out, y'all. 1, 2, 3. I certainly don't want that. I want this. Okay. Do I have enough red? Do I have enough red? Oh, now I do. Good grief. So I think we might be able to make this work. Yeah, we're going to be able to make this work. All right, so I've got the stars here, right? So I'm going to do red, red. Come on, red. Red. Say it one more time. Red. Ocean mist. Okay. Dune. And then midnight. Red, ocean mist, dune, midnight. Okay, we're doing a pattern. And I'm going to try and get this red to last for this frame. Please last. Okay, red, ocean mist, red, ocean mist, dune. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. I'll probably mess up the pattern at some point, y'all, so just don't mind me over here. Midnight, and red. Come back over here, grab our red, push it down. Now, I'm mentally saying, or I'm saying this out loud. I need to remember the white spot that we painted over, and we need to wax. Okay. All right, so there's part 1. Okay, so we're starting a pattern of stars. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, I'm going to use this again, but I'm not going to until it's clean. So I'm going to spray and wipe. Hi. Y'all, thanks so much for hanging out. I just really want these two things to go together. Like, for real. I don't want to split them up into 2 projects because I just don't. All right, let's flip this over, sticky side up, and terrible noise, terrible noise, terrible noise. Hi, Stephanie. That sprayed forever, y'all. Okay, so we need to dry it. Okay. And then we're going to fuzz it again because we're going to lay it back down, but we need to make sure that our little spot that we painted is dry. And I think it is. And I think what I'm going to do we may put a saying in the middle. Now that I look at this, because technically this would almost need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of stars. Technically. Okay, wax. Where'd you go? All right, so I'm going to wax it really good. Okay, put that away. And then we're going to do the same pattern on the other side. Hi, buddy. You
Hi, everybody.
So what up? It's Mr. Dylan.
What are you making today?
Look, it's a pattern. I love patterns. Stars. You like?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Did you swim?
Yeah, I just jumped in the pool.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't, like, get your goggles on and swim around?
No.
Oh, okay. Look, I said, hi, little Zach. Yes, Linda, it does remind me of how I did the Christmas trees. Yes. All right, red. This time, I'm going to do all the red. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 red. 2, 3, 4 red. Okay. Then, Ocean Mist. Always after red. And y'all can do whatever you want. You don't have to do this. Any pattern you want. He does. Yes. He's tired. They had an 1.5 hour long baseball practice to get ready for their tournament this weekend. So, it'll be fine. Okay, I'm done with that. Not sure why I did that. All right, midnight. It's going to be midnight before we're done. And then midnight there. Okay, that was a lot easier to do it like one color at a time. You should try that at home. Okay, we had a little bit of bleeding. Not a big deal. At least I'm not worried about it because bleeding is the theme of the night, it seems like. Okay, so pattern, star pattern there. Isn't that super cute? Y'all, darn, this is like so cute. Then we could just use that last saying. What is the one we didn't use? Land that I love. It should fit right in the center. What do y'all think? Or, okay, let me ask you this. Do you want the phrase or do you want just 3 stars right in the center? Or do we need another row to round it out? I may have just answered my own question. Oh, I need all that. Water is good. Another row with the phrase. So the phrase on the stars. All right, spray. Spray. Clean this off. And then as soon as this is dry, I'm going to lay that transfer down and we're going to see how I think the phrase is going to look. Hi, Darlene. How are you? All right. Go there. And dry. Okay. Lots of phrases. 3 stars. Phrase. 3 stars. Another row. Should I go with what Zach wants? Okay, so I said the phrase, right? So let me get all this stuff. Like, I feel like I'm being, like, surrounded by craft supplies here. Land that I love, we could do in black. Okay, so just picture this. Land that I love. Zach, does that change your mind? Or another row of stars, just like we did. Those. Or I don't know if I like the 3 stars. They won't line up. Phrase. Okay. In shimmer. Of course you'd say that. All right, let me get this centered. Land that I love. Brenda, when do you go on your vacation? Is it at the end of the month? I guess, Kevin, you can answer that. When are you taking Brenda on vacation? Okay. Shimmer black. Y'all. And your shimmers. Y'all are funny. I think I'm just going to do regular matte black, y'all. Yes, darn it. Bonnie, you were on it. It's the butterflies. It's the butterflies hanging up in your room. Bonnie's on it. She's like, do this, Amy, do that, do this, do that. Yes, you're right. All right, so let me just apply some wax there. I did not wax the middle of the surface earlier. All right, I think I'm just going to do plain black because we did black on the other one. So let me just take this all over the words and this is my style. This is my favorite one, y'all. Right here. Yes. Okay. Holy moly, I need an assistant crafter tonight. I know, you tried, Zach. Okay, ready? Y'all, this is stinking cute. That is my favorite right there. Look what we just created with that darn transfer that I've used about 20 times. There's so many ways. I know the bunnies are upside down. It's fine. I'm not going to showcase them on in the same spot. Double-sided. See? Whoop! That's how we do it around here. Don't you know, Denise? We go big. Y'all, isn't that cute? I'm in love with it. Now, this is the other one we did. But I have way too much red up top. So I may try and fix this right here because I went to town sanding it. But that's another idea with the Land of the Free. But this one's my favorite. Jeez. I love this so much. Add some color, y'all. I used some color tonight. So, I'm going to hop over in the VIP group really fast to show y'all where to find the album sale. Let me scoot my desk closer so I can read. So, go grab your supplies. Comment the word frame. We'll see you next time, okay? Bye!